Opening statements in Ed Burke's trial today. Prosecutors outlined what they called the former Chicago alderman's pattern of corruption.
They say he used his powerful position as the chairman of the city council's finance committee to enrich himself and gain personal favors. WGN's Mike Lowe is live at the Dirksen Federal Building with the latest. Mike.
Micah and Ray, good evening to both of you. After a week-long delay because of COVID, a jury has finally been seated in this high-profile corruption trial of former Alderman Ed Burke. Today, both prosecutors and defense attorneys delivered their opening statements only after that jury was seated. A jury of 9 women and 3 men will decide the fate of former Chicago Alderman Ed Burke. Burke, who served on the Chicago City Council for 54 years, is charged with 14 counts of racketeering, bribery, and extortion. In opening statements, federal prosecutors outlined what they say the evidence will show through the course of the trial. That Burke, as the powerful head of the City Council's Finance Committee, engineered schemes involving a Burger King, a Binny's, the Old Main Post Office, and the Field Museum. In his opening statement, Assistant U.S. Attorney Tim Chapman said that Burke was a long-serving politician, but he said, quote, he was something else instead. He was a bribe taker, and he was an extortionist. He corrupted his position as an elected official. He did it to line his own pockets with money. Chapman told the jury that over 6 weeks they would hear in Burke's own words how he allegedly withheld permits from businesses until they paid his private law firm. The phone calls were recorded by former Alderman Danny Solis, who wore a wire for 2 years, earning himself the nickname the Undercover Alderman and the Council Mole.
In this case, you're going to hear the prosecution speak a lot in their opening statement about the power of the tapes. Essentially, you don't have to take our word for it, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be able to hear it right from the defendant himself. That is amongst the most powerful testimony and evidence anybody can take.
Burke's defense team plans to call former Alderman Solis to the witness stand and argue that Solis made those recordings only when confronted with evidence that he committed crimes, and then Solis agreed to record Burke in an attempt to save himself. Defense attorney Chris Gare told the jury, quote, Mr. Burke never asked anyone for anything. There will not be one witness or one document in this case. This is a bribery case without bribes, an extortion case without extortion.
His lawyers have certainly been working on what arguments they will make that will serve to explain or at least diffuse the powers of those tapes by differentiating them or distinguishing them from the actual charges he has been accused of committing.
Burke is on trial with 2 co-defendants, Peter Andrews, who is a longtime aide in his aldermanic office, and Charles Quay, who is a real estate developer. All have pleaded not guilty. Reporting live tonight at the Dirksen Federal Building, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
Thank you, Mike.